This is the men's room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
You're listening to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Rachel Consultants are standing by. We'll take caller 9-844-999-OLA to play Profile This in minutes. And we do have your headlines on the way 1 hour from now. First, quick check into Mike Hawk for some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
All right, a man in Washington broke into an escape room business on Saturday night, but could not figure out how to get out. So he wound up calling 911 for help, and the police came and arrested him for burglary.
That is awesome.
Kind of adds the irony to escape room.
Yeah, it does. I'm just, of the escape rooms that I've been in, while they're called escape rooms, it's not like they're a maze. They're not hard to get out of.
Right.
Maybe this was different.
No, I read the story. It's coming up in a few minutes.
Okay.
Oh, excellent.
But yeah, I read through all of this, trying to get a sense of what went wrong. And really, like, put it this way, regardless of what you think, they don't design it to be a death or fire trap. It's actually easy to get out of, but typically it's a place where you play a game.
Yes.
So when you're done with the game, then you can kind of let yourself out. This guy did not do a good job piecing this together.
No, he did not. A man in Oklahoma with a missing leg, broke into an apartment complex office earlier this week, then escaped in a car that was missing a tire.
Yes, he did.
I love that guy.
Hey, he's still on the loose.
Yeah, they're still trying to track him down.
Like I said, he blends in. God damn it, there's too many three-wheeled cars with one-legged drivers here.
Three-wheel cars, one leg.
Like to me, no, that guy.
Transportation's not a strong suit.
No. Well, hey, but he got away.
Yeah.
See, it doesn't seem like it, but he got away.
That's right. A PGA golfer named Steven Bowditch, is that how you say his name? Got on Twitter this week and asked if any local kids wanted a caddy for him at a tournament in Illinois this weekend. And a 16-year-old fan named Elias Frank, I don't know how to say that name. Elias got the job.
Yeah,
16-year-old kid going to caddy for him.
He knows the golf course, knows the area. I think he's played in a few tournaments there or caddied there before himself. So,
what do you think that pays if you're going to caddy?
It depends on how the guy does. So I think there's a flat rate, but then like anything else, if he hits, man, I think he's going to get
that important. I don't know that I've ever played with a caddy.
Yes.
How good are you?
Yes, they are.
Well, I'm terrible.
Yes, they are.
Look, the evidence I have would say maybe they are.
They are very good. Yeah, they very much help you.
So is he taking like a risk just having the local kid, or is because the local kid plays the course?
If they do help that much,
I mean, I think when you're on that level, I think they help. I think if you're not on that level, they help you more.
Okay,
if you're a bigger handicap, a caddy can really give you some good pointers and make you a smarter player. Even if it's just reading a putt or something like that.
Right.
But even if you have a kid out there, man, I mean, you're a pro for a reason.
That's true.
So,
a new study ranked the...
Sorry, Mike. I just like the idea of him being like, use the 9-iron, and then the pro golfer just being like, I told you it should have been a wedge. You are fired. Get off the course.
55-degree wedge.
Damn kid. A new study ranked the biggest cities in the country from the best places to drive to the worst based on things like gas prices, commute times, and how harsh the driving laws are.
So,
L.A., Seattle,
New York,
Philly, New York, they got to suck, right?
Probably. I'm not working on it.
Of course.
A French car company is selling a weird new type of glasses with fluid in the rims that can supposedly cure motion sickness.
Yeah, but your sight's blurry all the time, or can you see through it? I guess if you can't see where you are, that might help. But
it says in the rims, not the lenses.
Oh, okay.
So
maybe it balances that. All right.
Maybe. I'm curious. They're the opposite of fashionable, though. You can pre-order them for $150.
If you had a pair of those with only one lens, you could give it to the one-leg guy with 3 tires.
You're assuming he only has one eye tag.
Well, I'm just saying he's got to finish off his look.
Yeah, you're right. Complete the look, man.
Yeah.
Give him an eye patch.
Right.
You see the story today? I'm not making this up. A dude so they're talking about a one-legged guy on a 3-wheeled car gets away from the cops. There's a guy in Miami, I believe it was, decides he's going to pick a fight. Who's he going to pick a fight with? A man with no arms. And I know what you're thinking, like, did you see this, Mike?
Oh, you know what? I think Robin told me about this.
Yeah, the guy with no arms stabbed him with his foot. Oh! He put a knife, it was either a knife or a fork or something, but he put it between his toes, man, stabbed this dude, took him out. You think you'd win the fight. You would think you'd win the fight against the armless guy.
Seemed like a easy win.
Now,
right.
is Is that a good thing on the armless guy or a really bad thing on the guy that tried to fight him?
I think it's both.
Yeah, man.
Because I'm sure people are like, come on, man, don't mess with the guy with no arms. What are you doing? Next thing you know, he's on the ground bleeding.
Here are the key things you need to do to be an active part of your community, according to a new survey.
Not
Okay.
interested.
All right.
Be friendly with your neighbors.
No.
Support local businesses.
Yeah, do that.
Don't cause trouble.
Well, too late.
And volunteer.
Oh, pfft.
Okay.
Isn't
If
that
it
just
ain't
kind
work
of
for
a guide
these
to
signs
life?
doing it. Well,
Like,
yeah.
hey, be a good person.
That's basically what they're saying. Don't be an a-hole.
Right. Let's see. Do you think most people can be trusted, this headline says?
No.
To what?
Yeah, it's true. It depends on the magnitude of what I'm asking somebody.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. I mean, it's all circumstantial.
According to a new study, the majority of people actually say yes.
Like, I know a guy can get me drugs, but I wouldn't have him babysit.
No.
You know, and I trust him to do
get your
one. very
drugs,
well.
right,
Exactly.
Do you trust him to drive your car if you're drunk? Be your designated driver?
Sure.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I suppose it's like
Good enough.
Miles
Don't
said.
worry
is
about my kids.
is that all you're
Just
looking to
take
do?
me
What?
to and fro
Is
as
that
I
all-
destroy my life.
Is that all you're looking for, Mike, in life? It's just a good designated driver?
Yeah, man, because
All right.
I'm always a designated driver. Sometimes I want to get plastered.
Get plastered and they won't ask
All
you
right.
again.
You know what? You've earned it.
Get everyone to go to jail that night. They'll never ask you again.
There you go.
When I go out with Mike, we go to his neighborhood so he can get plastered.
That's right.
Very nice of you.
We walk down and get margaritas.
Right?
The uglier a man is, the more he's expected to spend on an engagement ring, according to a new study.
Yeah.
I put that for no S.
Right. I mean, the
You know
uglier
if
a
you're
man
ugly.
is, oh my God.
The study also found that the more attractive a man found his girlfriend, the more he is willing to spend on the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look, come on, man.
Same category.
Wow.
Yeah.
What do they come up with next?
That's, ooh, boy.
Oh, man.
I'd have never guessed that.
The
That's
FBI.
not good, man. I'm ugly. It's going to be expensive.
Got to spend a whole lot of money on that
Right?
ring.
Yeah, I made it this far. The hell with it.
Now, look, you know it's bad if when you walk into the jewelry shop, they're like, oh, let us show you something in this section.
Yeah, I went to Tiffany's once. I don't know what it says about my looks, but the lady literally said, all right, well, when you come back for the engagement ring, let me know.
Oh, damn.
Wow. The ugly's going to be back. He's going to buy more jewelry.
Ugly.
Give him a minute. The FBI agent who accidentally shot a man while doing a backflip has been cleared to carry a gun again.
Oh, yeah, why not trust him?
How?
Just no more backflips.
It's been a week. It's been a week. He's good.
It's not in my holster. I tuck it in my pants. I do a backflip in the middle of a goddamn club and shoot
He's
him
still
out.
an FBI agent. He probably got reprimanded 9 ways over. Just don't do that crap again.
I
I'd
don't
ask him
know,
a lot.
man.
Hey, man, don't do
Come
that
on.
again. Done.
I think what you
Okay.
get reprimanded for is showing up into a bar intoxicated with a firearm.
Right.
Now when you're doing
As
backflips
a
and then you
federal agent.
shot a dude like
He is required to keep it, but man, a little bit more decorum. You don't get to go to a bar and get plastered anymore.
You don't. He's the only guy you've ever had to say that to.
Right.
You know,
That is
like
fair.
he's the
I
only
hear what you're
guy
saying.
that you had to say, "Hey, man, we'll give you your gun back, but a couple
he gets
things,
a demotion or
real
something,
quick.
right?
Can you not do backflips when
All
you're
right,
drunk?
Dave, you're at
when
a
it's
desk.
right
right, put him on a desk, take the gun
for
away.
a little while. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Damn.
A 72-year-old man in Florida is facing aggravated assault charges after trying to kill his neighbor by chasing after him in a slow-moving tractor.
I'm gonna get you.
Slow down, you bastard!
I'll kill you if you stop walking.
Damn. How did you really think he was going to get him?
In Florida, people truly do believe, though, if you are not in a vehicle that is a car and you drive anything else, you can drive it anywhere, and if you're drunk, it doesn't matter.
Pretty much.
Golf
And they're
carts,
wrong every
horses,
time.
That's right, but they
lawnmowers.
They keep going to
busted.
jail.
Right, I know.
Every single one of them.
Look, if you're on, scooters, you know.
I have a buddy, his dad lives in a fancy community in Florida. He got a buoy.
a boat boating while drunk.
Biking while intoxicated.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You can get that?
Yeah, on beach cruises.
Get out of here.
Pretty sure you can get them in Arizona, too.
Wow.
He's pedaling all over the damn road.
Yeah.
A man in Dallas got more than he was hoping for after he attempted to steal a car from a woman with her toddlers inside.
What was that?
I'll tell you all about it 1 hour from now.
Thank you, Mike Hawk. Headlines are on the way 1 hour from now. First, the game is...
The Men's Room presents Profile
And
This.
Stephen Throwhill, could you please tell everyone how Profile This is played?
I sure can, Miles. But real quick, one of the comments says they're going to find that one-legged dude with the three-wheeled car, probably at IHOP. It's a simple game where we share
That's
with
why
you.
they switched back.
They're sending you a sign.
That guy came in.
He's here.
Came in for that burger.
It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story, something that happened right here on planet Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes a story a story. Hello, Christina. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola. How are you guys doing?
Hola.
Hola.
Hello, Christina.
Hola, Christina. All right, Christina, you understand how this here game is played?
I sure do.
Fantastic. Here's your story. Mike Hall covered this briefly, but two local business owners, they received an early morning call from law enforcement after a burglar broke into their escape room and then couldn't find his way out of the ironically called escape room. Deputies with the Clark County Sheriff's Office say the suspect damaged the escape room. He couldn't escape, so eventually he panicked and called the police for help. They say he did so much damage to the back exit of the escape room, he couldn't open it. But finally, by the time the cops got there, he had gotten himself outside. But he was, in fact, arrested. His bail was set at $40,000. They say he ran into trouble when he broke the back doorknob and then went into a panic. He couldn't get out the way he came because of the way it locks, apparently. And then he broke the knob off of the back door, so now he's just trapped in the room. That's when they called the cops. Like I said, they showed up. He'd made it outside, but he was arrested. Do you believe that this man that broke into the escape room and then had to call the cops because he couldn't escape was black, white, Mexi, or Asian?
What do you think, Mike?
Mike.
Mike?
What do I think?
Yeah,
No,
what do you think?
you know what? What do you think, Mike?
what do you
I'm
think
kind of
then?
interested.
There's only one kind of person that would break into an escape room, and that's a white man.
But he didn't know it was an escape room, right?
I gotta think he didn't. But look, I don't know because the escape room is part of a strip mall. So I feel like there'd be some kind of sign, but I don't know how he got in. He may not have gone
I
into
don't care
the
who you are, based on the fact that you called the cops, you're white.
Right. And he busted into a place without doing his research then. White.
Christina, what are you thinking? Or what is your choice on this one?
I'm going to say, I will go with he was white.
You know this is for nothing,
Sam,
right?
what?
I mean, there's a big prize, absolutely nothing. We don't, I mean, surely you don't want to lose nothing. What are you thinking? Final answer.
I was going to ask you if I want anything. That's okay.
No, you're not winning anything. That's what I said. What's your final answer?
White.
White final
Ah,
answer.
there
Thank
it
you,
is.
Christina. We're going to find out if he was black, white, Mexican, or Asian next.
That was a tease.
You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
This is the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Profile this takes us to Vancouver, Washington, and a man who breaks into a strip mall. Unfortunately, the establishment that he broke into wasn't, in fact, one of those escape rooms.
Except he missed the part about escape.
Yeah, and he really could not get out of this room, so he had to call 911, and he was arrested.
That said, just a quick thing, all right? So I read some of the quotes from the owners, and obviously they feel violated, and the rest of it, and I understand that, and they should be angry. But I would also say you guys have one of the best advertising campaigns in front of you as far as your escape room. Because think about it. There's a lot of escape rooms, but yours truly is an escape room. Just remember that. But Christina, we asked you if you believe that the person who got themselves trapped in the escape room was black, white, Mexican, or Asian. And essentially, you asked everyone here what they thought. They said white. Eventually, you agreed to go white, too. I'm so sorry that we don't have anything that you won today, but feel better that you were correct.
Christina, very good. Very good.
Just think of all the things you could have won if we were offering you something to win.
We just had prizes.
I'd have loved to give you a new car, like an overseas, like a Disney cruise.
No one ever said that men's room show is known for their prizes.
Yeah,
That's not
man.
something, yeah.
Sorry.
All right, now for all TV news all the time, it is time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box,
Armageddon.
the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
Oftentimes, I have talked about it, a big debate that goes on in the basketball world, or any sport, right? Who's number
the
one?
greatest, right?
All right. So now, imagine you're famous enough that you're friends with all these people.
Okay.
So you'd probably be a little, I don't know, timid to say who you think's the best of all time.
Well, sure.
So Jimmy Kimmel was talking to Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington, also a great actor, a very famous person, and a great supporter of the Fisher House.
That is correct.
Yeah. But Denzel was on there with Kimmel, and Kimmel asked him the question, and Denzel kind of danced around it.
Who is the greatest basketball player of all time, in your opinion?
Whoa.
man, that's hard. The greatest?
The greatest.
But at what?
Basketball.
I was at the Chicago Bulls game with Spike Lee. Michael Jordan made that famous shot. I was there. And we went out to dinner that night afterwards. And he's famous. I was doing security work. Michael Jordan's famous.
You went out to dinner with Michael?
I went out
after
that game, and because the next game they would come to L.A. to play. And I was trying to get him drunk, trying to get him off the game.
That's a Lakers fan, yeah. You can take him out.
Didn't work.
It didn't work?
Yeah,
Did you buy him shots? Did he drink?
He acted like he would put it to his lip and then put it back down.
Oh, very interesting. So maybe he's the greatest of all time.
He was that night.
Right?
Fair enough.
He clearly does want to answer it, but kind of answers it a
It's a
little
tough
bit.
question.
It is, and for most people, like even sports reporters, like you know these people, but you're not like buddies with them.
Right.
Like Denzel Washington's on that level. We're like, by the way, you could watch the full interview with him at the Men's Room Facebook page because he kind of touches on that earlier as they ask him about LeBron, and he's like I've met him, but he's
Right.
like, I don't know him.
Not yet.
Right. Then when they got to Jordan, he was like, yeah, I know him. Like I've hung out with him enough.
Like I said, now that dude's famous. Like he is running interference. Out the way, Denzel. I want to meet Michael Jordan.
Yeah, and the thing is, too, like, LeBron, people get it now how famous he is, but, there's a whole generation where Jordan's just this name or this brand, but I mean...
He made tennis shoes.
Yeah, like when I was
Chuck Taylor before him.
I mean, when I was a kid, like, Jordan was the biggest athlete on earth.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I mean, he and Barkley basically kind of, I don't know. They put Tiger Woods in some interesting situations. Like they kind of baptized him into the world of, hey, you're a rich pro athlete now.
Right.
Boy, we're going to take you out and get you messed up.
Yeah. But I mean, Michael Jordan's on that level, I would say, of almost like a Pele or,
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like people
Of
around
course.
the world know who Michael Jordan is.
All you have to do is say Jordan.
Yeah.
You think of him before you think of a goddamn country that's named Jordan.
Yeah. And I think when
I am from Jordan. You're one of his kids? No, God damn it, I'm from the country.
Whenever I meet somebody around 30 years of age and their name is Jordan, like, I know who your parents were a fan of. Now, granted, it's a dude, right? Like, generally, I'm just like, that. Your parents had to love the Bulls. Sure. And to be honest.
Just my mom liked black guys. His father hated it, man.
No Tippin Pippin was hung like a...
God, Scottie Pippen's a weird one. Maybe
their name is Jordan's.
I didn't realize he had a whole renaissance because he was on VH1.
I didn't know that either.
What?
Yeah. Like, remember all the crazy stuff with his wife and everything? I'm telling you, VH1 has some interesting reality shows.
All right.
But sometimes you see, like, Scottie Pippen, right? And you'll see, like, TMZ interviewing him. You're just like, why are they interviewing? And it's like, it's not because they're interviewing him because old sports fans like him. It's because, like, his wife's on a VH1 show.
I had no idea.
Yeah. That's how that idiot Ray J stays active.
That idiot Ray J.
Robin, you know what I'm saying.
I felt good
right?
to say that.
It's not like he
bugs you, doesn't he?
Yes.
He was there the night Whitney died. I mean, what the hell's he
right,
doing?
like he's not out putting out music people like.
Can I grow up?
Right.
I'm just around when bad things happen.
He's Brandy's brother that puts out porn and then works on VH1.
Look, we're guys.
You know what he is? He's the equivalent of the guy that plays, what do they call Mayhem. Mm-hmm. Every time you see me, something bad's happened.
Okay,
I'm Ray J.
In all fairness...
But there a hurricane, guess what? Ray J was in town that night.
That really was the Ray J sex tape.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're a woman and you're interested in Ray J, or a man, whatever, it was mostly him.
Yeah, but they didn't sell it that way, Miles.
They
didn't sell it that way.
Him. So if you're like, I like
it should have been called Ray J's testicles.
Right, maybe.
Not the Kim Kardashian sex tape. So
that's what I'm saying.
Look, I hear what you're saying, but it's disappointing.
It's a bad sell.
I have very different opinions about which one of those I'd prefer to watch if you named it accurately.
So you say Ray J's testicles doesn't sell well, but Kim Kardashian sex tape.
Maybe it does so well. It just doesn't appeal to me. I am saying this from a selfish point of view.
Okay.
And let's be honest for 2 seconds, because all Kim Kardashian did was lay there and act like she was cute.
I'd rather watch that than see Ray J's testicles. I get what you're saying.
She was very lazy.
I thought it was
absolutely.
I thought it was
it
was a Reggie Bush POV.
I mean, neither are putting the greatest effort.
All right.
I agree. I don't want to watch Ray J's testicles. They should just label it more clearly. That's all.
One thing that is labeled properly is the state of Florida.
Yeah.
Right? People just say Florida. You expect
It's
it.
understood.
So this guy's name is Richard Golden. All right. He is basically a man breaks into his home with a gun. He's going to defend himself, and then he went Florida man on him and hurt him bad.
Oh, no.
The Beast.
You're the Beast?
Yep. He hit me in the head with a rifle, and a buddy of mine just happened to come up at just the right time and distract him. And when you distracted him, I made my move. I grabbed and locked the gun in, dropped the clip, because I've had training, military training. And then there was still one in the chamber, though. It went off. I knew I wasn't dead. I knew I wasn't shot. And then the military training took over. Gouged him in his eyes till I felt his brain. I sat on him and gouged him in his eyes until the cops got here.
You were holding him like that the whole time?
Yeah, and beating him with his own gun. I took his own gun away from him and beat him with it.
Wow.
Don't break into that guy's house.
When he starts with, he says,
Gouging his eyes out.
when he says the Beast, it's because I guess now he has started calling himself the Beast.
I think that probably a switch was flipped from a previous life that he had to flip again. And in his alter ego, he is known as the Beast.
When
I didn't think about that way. That's a good call.
Yeah.
When that's your go-to move, man, you go like, oh, yeah, that's true Beast mode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Take the guy's gun, drop the clip, and then point it away from you so that if the round fires off, and then take it and beat him with it as you're gouging his eyes.
As you're gouging, until the cops got there. I mean, that's the other thing. Like, he did it until the police showed up. Wow, man. I kind of like that guy. And he's just matter of fact.
You can't think that guy's just not screaming his head off the entire time.
I didn't really
feel on his brain.
Right.
His oobla-ga-ga-ga-ga.
It's almost like a weird Elvis in there, too.
It's just, wow. That's okay, don't break into homes in Florida. Let that be a lesson to all.
I mean, I think overall, let's just say don't break into homes.
Okay, yeah, that is a stronger start.
Now, every time you walk
this is why I
by,
don't talk to kids.
This is especially in Florida, though.
Kids don't break into houses in Florida. How about all the you're right. Don't break into houses.
Mr. Hill, what about Georgia?
I don't care. I don't know nobody there.
If you dig in there far enough and scratch his brain, he'll drool every time he walks by a microwave.
Now, I have some bad, scary news.
Okay.
Everybody brace yourself.
Is it scary or is it bad?
Well, it's not really either, man. It's kind of a joke.
Well, goddamn. I mean,
Well, George Clooney was in a scooter accident.
Oh, no.
Yes. Apparently, it was pretty bad. I was somewhere where I saw the video of it. I don't know if he was wearing a helmet, but basically.
Yes, he was, because it cracked the other car's windshield.
Oh, no kidding.
Oh, he flew through the air.
Yeah,
he flew through the air 20 feet.
Yes.
How did I not see it? That's gold.
He was on Sardinia, which is
Correct.
an island made up of small fish.
Right. He's filming his Hulu miniseries, an adaptation of the
I'm
novel.
on vacation and you're not, bitch.
Catch-22. But, I mean, as a scooter person, you know how real this is. And that guy kind of just pulled into the intersection and, like, one scoot misses it real quick, and then Clooney just can't.
He also
just rams it.
He also had one of those scooters that looks like the big gold wings. You know, like the really big scooters, the bigger ones?
Oh, yeah. My buddy Ron's got one.
He was riding like a real scooter. So
He's George Clooney.
He was on a road traveling pretty quickly. He was going 55, 60 miles, whatever the kilometers are. I don't know what Sardinia does. But I know he was going at speed on a road. Somebody
I'm going to
pulled
say
out,
kilometers.
And they hit him, and he just basically shot through the air.
How bad was it?
He hit their car, according to TMZ, he hit their car. When his head hit their windshield, it cracked the windshield. He continued to go flying 23 through the air. It also smashed his helmet. And then he landed, and apparently they took him to the hospital. They give him a CAT scan. Clooney goes home.
Yeah, scrapes and bruises.
That's it.
Yeah.
Clooney. Look, man, you can make fun of him. You can make fun of him for his role as Batman. He's still Batman.
Yeah. I learned that on the movie set.
Can't take that away from him.
In fact, if you look under my shirt, I have plastic nipples permanently on my chest. Was he the nipple one? Was he nipple Batman?
I think he was, yes.
Was he?
Is either him or Kilmer. I think he was nipple Batman.
It was a cold set.
I mean, people. It's the only thing they talked about from like the movie sucks, but you can't not unsee the nipples. I'm like, what do you? Because I didn't see it in the theater. I'm like, what are you talking about? They said, man, trust me, you're going to be distracted by Batman's nipples. And then my expression, of course, is he doesn't have nipples, not on a suit. They're like, dude, they added nipples. I'm thinking, why would you add nipples to the outside of something?
Some people got overly excited as they heard Clooney was back in ER.
I'm going to give you this.
Yeah, I like that.
That was good,
I
man.
like that. That was all right.
That
was
was
funny.
solid.
That was good.
Oh, yeah.
Just came to me.
All right.
It just hit you now.
It did. That's
People
why
are going to steal it all
picked
night.
the paper back up and was like, I just got to.
When he hit, he was up in the air. When he hit the car, he was up in the air.
Well, the thing is, if you ride a scooter, it's just, facts of life.
Oh, that was deep.
Real deep.
That was really deep.
Yeah, I had to go there.
Wow.
Man. Thank you for getting that.
Wow.
He
was only on for like 2 or 3 episodes.
That's all you need, brother.
Amazing.
And every time you read a Clooney story, you got to burn after reading. Clooney jokes.
We got him. We got him. Everybody's probably like, it hurt, guys.
Right. Like, right.
Thanks for the jokes. It hurt.
The man's head hit a windshield, and then he flew through the air like 20 feet.
Clooney, man. Nothing can kill Clooney.
Look, I'll just say it. That is so George Clooney, right? He's this amazing-looking man, this and that, and then he goes to this crazy accident, and boom, he just walks away.
Oh, Miles, as a woman with eyes, I need you to take that back right now.
What's that?
But you have the death, saying or something.
Oh, yeah.
I just didn't throw it to
that back.
Clooney, but this makes sense.
No, but if you say it.
I need you to retract that
right.
statement.
Clooney will never live.
There you go. You got a better shot.
Thank you.
Right, exactly.
If you say something
It's very Clooney of him to be riding a scooter in the one place that's known for
in
scooters
Sardinia.
around the world, which is Italy, Sardinia, Greece.
Well, he's George Clooney. Leonardo DiCaprio would not shock you. Johnny Depp would not shock you if they say, yo, man, you guys had a weekend off it. Ted got hit on a scooter in Sardinia. That I would have a hard time.
He's in a Sardinian hospital.
But I'm pretty... It's tiny. I'm pretty sure Clooney's famous for having a home on, Lake Como or something in Italy. Some famous thing. There's always these crazy stories about people going to his house and you got to go outside and jump in the lake.
Okay.
Yeah.
But cool. What he doesn't tell you, it's full of leeches.
Yeah, he doesn't give you all the deets, man. He just tells you to get out there and have fun. The last week we had a lot of holiday stuff, so obviously the most watched shows were a lot of the fireworks stuff, right? But amazingly, NCIS, a repeat, still comes in 7th. And then 60 Minutes, a repeat, was the number 1 show last week.
Damn, man. And it's not like 60 Minutes brings the excitement. It is a very provocative show, but you don't go ooh, that one's back on, man. You'll never believe the twist ending.
I think this explains a lot why people just watch things when they want to.
Yeah,
it really does.
Well,
I can't believe people are watching things on demand. Well, I can.
And a lot of news shows, too, whether it's 60 Minutes. I like Frontline a lot, too. But, I don't go back and be like, oh, man, that was a lot of information. Let me rewatch that one. Because it's just going to get you all fired up again.
Put me in a great mood.
I would say most documentaries themselves are tough to rewatch. Rewatch.
PBS always goes if you would like a transcript or footage, just send $29. I'm like, why don't people just tape it? Right. Even when I was 15, I can just tape this.
And then who actually wants that?
They're so stupid.
Jeopardy had a good category about basically they're just going to name some band members and see if people can get the band.
Liam, Harry, Louie, Niall.
One Direction.
Lauren.
What is One Direction?
That's the band.
Boys for 800.
Robbie Krieger, Ray Manzarek, John Densmore, Jim Morrison. Ray.
Who are the Doors?
Yes.
12.
The late Chester Bennington, Mike Shinoda, Brad Delson. Lauren.
What is Lincoln Park?
Good.
1600.
James Hetfield, Lars
Metallica.
and briefly, Dave Mustaine.
Whoa.
Lauren.
What is Metallica?
Right, now the last clue. Ronnie Vanucci, Brandon Flowers. Wes.
What is the Killers?
That's it.
Oh, Ted.
I only know Brandon Flowers.
Okay.
I do for some reason, they gave a little love to Mustaine, though.
Yeah, that was cool, man.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for doing that, Alex Trebek. I just wanted to give you a call to tell you my appreciation for including my name in the history of Metallica. Told the GOP I'll play their conference 9 years in a row. They told me no. Devil.
Thank you, Ted. Mike Hawk's got your headlines coming up here in just a few minutes. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. Florida man calls 911 3 times to tell them he has drugs and needs cops to give him a ride. Meanwhile, a woman named Candy beats up 3 police officers as the law, obviously, she did not abide. On to New Jersey, where a man poaches more than 3,500 turtles and sells them as pets. A man has a heart attack while laying sod, but he wouldn't go to the hospital until the grass sets. And mom ties ring to a helium balloon. Guess what happens next? It's time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's Mike Hawk.
All right, our top story, we go to Dallas, where a man chose the wrong car to hijack. He chose his target at a gas station in the area, and he jumped inside the car and started to drive away. The owner of the car then jumped inside the car and asked the man to stop. He refused and continued to drive away with the woman's toddlers in the back seat. That's when the woman pulled a gun out of the glove compartment of the car and shot the man in the head.
You picked the wrong car, Sonny.
He did. The car crashed into a pole and the man was taken to the hospital.
Did he survive?
Yes, he did.
Damn. Don't carjack, kids.
Let me just double check that. I'm pretty sure he did.
In Florida or just in general?
Dallas.
Oh, this time Texas.
All right. Don't carjack in Texas.
And maybe not in the other states.
No home invasions?
No home invasions, Florida, Ted. Come on. Carjacking. Get it straight, man. You're going to be quizzed at the end of the week.
Says he was taken to the hospital with unknown injuries.
He had, I'm guessing, an injury to his head.
Gunshot in his head.
Yeah.
Not all weapons, if you get shot in the head, go all the way through, man.
Oh, well, I feel better than that.
Sometimes it just wings you. But yeah, they're breaking the cars in Dallas. Around the world, we go to the UK. We talked about her during the shot of the day, where a woman's surprise did not go according to plan. She was planning on giving her cousin a ruby ring as a birthday present and decided to deliver it inside of a balloon. After getting the ring inside of the balloon, she turned around to find something to weigh the balloon down. In that time, the balloon drifted through the house, out an open door, and floated away. She is currently looking for the ring. Now, I didn't read it. Did she see the balloon in the air, or did she just kind of assume that it had floated away?
I'm not 100%, but I mean, it's a helium balloon, man. Either it's on your ceiling or it did what you
Wind's going to blow it. It's going to be in a tree someplace. That thing is never.
But there was no breeze, man. That was the thing.
All right.
It just ghosted its way out of the house.
It's going up to the moon.
I guess. My guess is she should look a little bit harder inside of her house, because that's just... We're talking about the magic bullet effect with this balloon, man.
Hey, man, could have been the one in a million shot. I kind of hope it was, because it makes me laugh.
Yeah.
And I know that makes me a horrible person, but it's funny if it actually floated away.
Somebody's just walking around like, hey, look, a ruby ring.
I'll be damned.
In other news pertaining to today's question, a man in Florida was given three opportunities not to make a stupid mistake, but he did anyway. He called 911 not once, not twice, but 3 times because he needed a ride home. He called 911 because he needed a ride home.
Yes.
Dispatchers kept telling the man to call the non-emergency line to get someone to help him out, but he persisted in calling 911. An officer arrived on the scene and found him still on the phone cursing at dispatchers. He was arrested for misuse of the 911 system, and during the pat-down, he was found with 6 grams of marijuana and 9 pills.
Good times.
Damn. You can't dummy.
Right.
You dummy.
And I can't believe the dispatch even said call the non-emergency number, and he still argued.
Exactly.
That's
you
what
have
happens
drugs on you.
Well, he did get a ride. Not to his home, but he did get a ride from the police.
Correct? Yeah, no kidding, right? Down to jail.
Drugs generally will help you do that. If you really need a ride from the cops, I got drugs on me.
I'm just trying to figure out where he was to where he needed a ride from the cops to get back home.
You know,
he didn't know where he was.
Yeah.
Maybe in it.
Yeah. Those pills, he's like, I don't know, I need a ride home.
Help me, man.
He's probably sitting like on the front steps of his drug dealer's house. I'm at 1877. Like, shut up, man.
Do a raid. A man in Pennsylvania has been busted for selling illegal pets. The man has been caught poaching and selling more than 3,500 diamondback terrapins and their eggs from the marshes of New Jersey and selling them in the Pennsylvania area.
Stealing the turtles out of their live natural environment.
Exactly.
Taking the eggs, putting them under heat lamps and stuff like that, hatching the eggs, and then going and selling the turtles.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
This guy's a terrible person.
Yeah.
And mess with terrapins.
He should work at Jurassic Park.
I mean, god damn.
I knew you'd like that one, Ted. Apparently, they're prized in the reptile pet trade for their unique diamond-shaped shell markings and are protected under New Jersey law.
Is that the one that you see in, like... Yeah, but I mean, like, is that the diamond shell that, like, is famous from Mario Brothers?
Say again?
This is a diamond shape. Like, remember Mario Brothers? Like, wasn't there guys with shells and...
The Koopas?
Yeah.
Well, those were Koopas, Ted.
I apologize.
Koopas?
Koopas. Koopa Troopas.
Well,
Koopa Troopers.
The bad
you
guys
realize
in Mario.
that knowledge is occupying space in your brain.
Yes, it is.
Don't you wish you could? Don't you wish you could delete some of that stuff?
No,
Just, like,
I
make way
love
for
that
other stuff?
information.
Okay,
I love
all
knowing about Koopa Troopers.
Anybody know who King Koopa's name was?
No.
Chuck.
Bowser.
Oh, I knew that.
There's another small...
No, you didn't, Ted, because you'd answered it if you did.
Another small gigabyte that's just wasted.
You think a whole gig takes up that information?
You should fry that thing, man. You should get real high. Just fry that
How to get rid of unwanted brain waste.
A woman in Wisconsin is the subject of a pretty impressive bust. This is what I want to forget. She was traveling with a known drug trafficker that was pulled over on a tip to police. The man was known to travel with women and use them as transport for his drugs. Police searched the woman and uncovered, here we go, a baggie from her vagina that contained 3 separate baggies.
Smell it.
Of cocaine, methamphetamine, ecstasy, marijuana, and synthetic cannabinoids.
Get out of here.
What counts as a synthetic cannabinoid?
Yeah,
I don't know, but it doesn't lead to anything good.
How does it make you feel that the drugs that you may or may not have taken have at some point in their life been inside of a woman's vagina?
Depends on the woman.
Does that make it more expensive or less?
Can I wear a fanny pack now then?
If I had a vagina, I'd have my drugs there. But I wear a fanny pack.
Can I wear a fanny pack now?
Oh, goodness. A man in L.A. caused a pleasant traffic jam this week. Oh, never mind. I don't want to tell that story. That's it for your headlines with that. Mike Hawk is out.
Thank you, Mike. We appreciate it. We'll see you next time for the return of Big Dummy. The head chef is back. Ted's Meat and Potatoes. No S. Sherlock. And we will drink and toast with a shot of the day.
Yes, indeed. It is all true. But in the meantime, we be all about this match. So until next time, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.